Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello, everyone, and welcome. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Welcome. Testing, testing. 1, 2, 3. Hello and welcome to Meredith Athletic Track and Field Complex for the Meredith College of Engineering Angels taking on the visiting Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. Chase Strasser with you for today. Meredith coming in 5-2, able to break a 2-game skid in their last outing over Marymount in Virginia, 20-8. Of course, 1-0 in conference play. On the other side, Illinois Wesleyan comes in 3-5 on a 3-game skid, looking for their first win since the beginning of March on the 4th. For our starters today with Meredith, it'll be Amiot Todd, Matthew Swales, Kat Couch, Logan Campbell, Madeline Madej, Gabrielle Romano, Reese Walker, Gia Purcell, Madison Dean, and in goal will be Delaney Posehn, the freshman. On the other side for the Titans, Brooke Aries, Maddie Gibson, Sydney Gregard, Annalise DiGiovanni, Solil Gutierrez, Sophie Shore, Sarah Ripey, Sadie Newton, Lily Keaton, Isabel Reyes, Bree Kaiser, and in the goal is Marley Brown. We'll start with the draw where it has been Madison Dean all season for the Avenging Angels. Comes in with 40 draw controls, 8 draw controls in her last game, and 7+ in 4 of 7. A beautiful day in Raleigh, North Carolina, Friday afternoon. Wrapping up spring break here for Meredith. Also, Illinois Wesleyan rounding out a spring break road trip. First draw up. Went through the stick of Dean for a second, and she'll get the loose ball and initiate the offense for the Avenging Angels. They'll start with Walker. Walker, easy pass inside. The first shot of the day. Kenzie Todd, a good one, but a nice save by Marley Brown. Right through her crosshair. The clears have been a struggle for the Titans so far. Only clearing 45% of the time. They're not able to get one. So the Avenging Angels will get another opportunity. The quick step. Kenzie Todd will try the exact same shot, and deja vu for Marley Brown. She makes the save right in the same spot. For Brown, this will be her 8th start of the season. She's played in all 9, has split time with the freshman Allison Vervinick. Last game, she got her first career start, but neither goalie was able to really get a hold on Methodist as they dropped that one 20-0. Only 9 goals over their last 3 games combined for the Titans. So an offense that wants an opportunity to get back to the first 2 games where they were able to score 15 and 20 across those 2 games. But right now has been all Avenging Angels on offense, just have not been able to get one past Brown. First free position chance of the day. The Angels trying to get past Brown. The bouncer will go off the side post. Todd will get the rebound. Free positions will definitely be a conversation throughout this one. Both teams have their storylines when it comes to the free position. Just weaving through everybody again. Stopped by Brown. Todd gets the rebound, and Brown once again on her heels makes a good save. And Brown on one possession has about 4 or 5 saves through the first 2 minutes. Now the Titans just trying to work the clear. Again, it's been a struggle, and the ride has been a source of strength for the Avenging Angels. That pass through the crosshairs of Sophie Shore, and the Avenging Angels will get another shot at it. Bringing it in is Madeline Madej, freshman defender. So far, it's been Todd taking most of the shots. The junior attacker from Brookfield, Connecticut, was held without a point for only the 3rd time in their career against Randolph-Macon, but responded with an 8-point performance in their last game. Weaving through another free position opportunity. Shooting space called, and this has big for the Avenging Angels, given that the Titans have only held their opponents to 13 free position chances all season through 8 games. Once again from the same spot, trying to get past Brown, and they will. Blasted by the sophomore midfielder, Logan Campbell.
That's a Meredith College goal by number 9, Logan Campbell.
For Campbell is her 10th goal of her sophomore season, coming off a game with 3 points, 2 goals, and an assist. 12th point overall, 36th point of her career, just crossed the 30-goal threshold in the last outing. Overall has been a steady offensive presence for the Avenging Angels. Now 4th overall in points on the roster. Back to the draw where both teams have 1 overall in that category. Straight up in the air. 1 again by Dean. Off to a good start as number 25. Dean gives it up to her offense. Titans trying to get settled. Wide open, down low, spin move right on the doorstep. Decides against it is Romano. Now the pass, another save. This one off the leg of Brown. Campbell had a shot at her second one back-to-back. They've been able to get close to Brown, but Brown has done a great job at defending her post. Backed up by the Avenging Angels, trying to get Swales inside and through her stick. Todd once again gets the loose ball. Walker gives it to Romano. Romano brings it up, back to Walker. Walker not able to handle it, but gets it once again. 23 on the shot clock. Todd trying to fake our defender. A good pass through traffic to Swales, and she finishes the job. Great pass by Todd, and even better finish by Swales. For Swales, the junior midfielder out of Wilmington, North Carolina, her 92nd goal of her career, heading towards that 100-goal mark. And for Swales, she's had 2+ points in every single game. But get this, throughout the season, her season high on shots is just 5. So she has done with not a ton of opportunities. But it seems like her number is always being called. Line up in the draw circle where right now Madison Dean has won both. Dean up into the air and into the stick of Swales. Swales will bring it in to the offensive third for the Avenging Angels. Walker, the pump fake, brings it around the crease. Now the pass, another shot for Todd, and once again denied by Brown. Angels have done good to chase the loose balls. Reese Walker knifing through the defense and able to put it away. A quick 3-0 start for the Avenging Angels at home.
That's an Avenging Angels goal by number 20, Reese Walker.
So it has been Swales, Campbell, and Walker to start this one off. A tough pill to swallow for Illinois Wesleyan, giving up 3 goals in the first 5 minutes, and you haven't even gotten a chance to see your offense get settled. Once again, the Avenging Angels trying to get their 4th draw control win in a row, and they will. Madison Dean, number 3 of the first quarter. Dean, the pass down low. Back up top. Now trying the right side, speeding past everybody. Logan Campbell's got her second.
Meredith College goal by number 9, Logan Campbell.
Logan Campbell now tied with Mia Frick for fourth on the team in goals with 11. She had a great sophomore campaign, right now on pace to break her season totals from her freshman season. But so far through the first 2 years has been a key piece for the Avenging Angels. Of course, Meredith, coached by Lauren Scott in her 14th season, just collected win of her career number 181. 2 young programs, as 14 seasons for the Avenging Angels and only 12 for the Titans. The draw control won but turned over on the far side. Illinois Wesleyan will now have a chance to work it on the clear but loses it. Reese Walker with the cause turnover with the shot, no good. She chases her own shot though. Well, no, they're going to say it was actually Illinois Wesleyan that was closest to the ball when it went out of bounds. Sarah Ripey will kick things off. She's had a ground ball and a cause turnover in all 8 games, and once again the Titans can't seem to clear it. The Angels, of course, holding their opponents to only 69% on the clear. Coach talked about this at the start of the season, wants to limit chances for the other team and create opportunities for her offense, and that all starts with the ride. Down low for Romano. Romano, nice cut inside, right in front, turned away by Brown. But again, the rebounds have been there for the Avenging Angels. They've had a lot of opportunities. Todd, this time will try the left side, has 2 defenders draped around her, but she'll deposit it right behind Brown for the 5th goal of the afternoon for the Avenging Angels.
Meredith College goal by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
So 5 goals early for the Avenging Angels with 4 different goal scorers. And only 1 has been assisted. Right now just pure ISO ball from the Avenging Angels. And of course coming off a game where they won 20-8. But before that win, it was their first back-to-back losses since the first 2 games to open up the 2024 season. Just shows the level of consistency you've seen from this team. And for the first time today, Illinois Wesleyan will cross the midfield. Trying to get a pass, good look, but the pass wasn't there. And a turnover created by Meredith. Kenzie Todd will bring it across, fires it down to Walker. Romano will bring it around. Just her 3rd game of the season, 2nd start. And once again, Reese Walker in front, the senior, picking up her 2nd goal of the day.
Meredith College goal by number 20, Reese Walker.
For Reese Walker, in her last outing, 5 goals, 2 today. She's now north of the 200 mark in her career. And over her career, been more of a facilitator, 221 career assists, but over the last 3 games, only 3 assists and 8 goals, and of course 2 goals today with no assist. So Reese Walker putting the ball in her stick even more, calling her own number, being a little more aggressive as a goal scorer. Walker, once again, had 2 cutters, but both well covered. Right now, it's just been those backdoor cuts that have worked so well for Meredith. Kenzie Todd down the right alley. She's tried that a number of times, and that one off the mark. 6:40 left to go in the first, and it's been all Meredith. Now the pass inside. There's the assist. Walker to Swales for her second.
Meredith College goal by number 4, Bailey Swales. Assisted by number 20, Reese Walker.
So that is once again another game with 2+ points for Bailey Swales, and we're still in the first quarter. And she's someone that has just absolutely filled the box score in every single game. Her and Kenzie Todd, the only players on the roster with 5 or more in every single major category, that being points, goals, assists, ground balls, caused turnovers, and draw controls. You can rely on those 2 to be all over the field. So a 7-0 run to open it up in Raleigh. And Madison Dean, again, dominating the draw control. It has been all 25 today. Almost turned it over again on that far side, but able to get back. Todd wide open. Now she's got 3 defenders around her. Able to get to Walker down low. Now Romano on the other side. Trying to get in front. She'll fall. Met with her defender, Sophie Shore. And they're going to say that's a charge. Sophie Shore was set. So the sophomore defensive midfielder will get a chance to bring it up for the Titans. Right now for the Titans, you just want to see a settled set on offense, and you really haven't. Taking it away and running over the midfielder that stands in front of her, Madeline Madej. So the Meredith offense has just had a handful of opportunities today, and they've gone to work on the Titans defense. Todd, the shovel pass to Walker. The dynamic duo on fire to kick this one off.
Meredith College goal by number 20, Reese Walker. Assisted by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
So that is a first quarter hat trick for Reese Walker, who also has an assist. So 4 points on the day, now 45 on the season, and over 425 for her career. Just continues to prove one of the best to ever do it in the maroon. For Meredith, their next game tomorrow at 1 p.m. at William Peace. Not much of a road trip, though. Less than 4 miles separate the 2 schools. It's under a 10-minute drive, both within the confines of the Raleigh lines. After that, they'll return home on March 25th The draw control violation will give Illinois Wesleyan a chance. Streaking down the middle. Shot saved by Posehn. But Sadie Newton had a great opportunity. Best one so far for the Titans. Quickly trying to go the other way. Pass rolling into the offensive third. Able to get the ground ball is Romano. Titans, though, in position to stop the fast break. So Sadie Newton with a great opportunity. And although wasn't able to get into the score, the BTB no good for Kenzie Todd. Trying to throw one on the highlight reel. Now Romano right into the stick of Marley Brown. Brown has been tested, and she has answered most of the time, trying to give her team an opportunity. But again, the clear no good. As I was saying, Sadie Newton not able to get a score. Another save for Brown. Meredith's offense working quickly. Now we'll kick it up top, but for Newton, 5 shots, 4 shots on goal in their last game. Swales down the right side. She's got another. Able to deliver goal number 9.
College ball by number 4, Bailey Swale.
So Bailey Swales and Reese Walker, each with a first quarter hat trick. It's been those two along with Kenzie Todd that have really what looked like last year's a dynamic duo has been a terrific trio with those three. 9 first quarter goals, still 3:40 left to go. In terms of shots, Illinois Wesleyan only held to 1, coming off Sadie Newton. Illinois Wesleyan trying to get one back. It's a fight for it, and coming out with it is Casey Fishman, the sophomore defender, though a couple players getting tied up. If you're Illinois Wesleyan, you just want to slow things down, but it's tough when you've got 4 white jerseys draped on you. And the Avenging Angels keeping the pressure up. Todd. Now kicking it back up top, makes its way, boomerangs around to Todd, the sidestep. Once again off the post. Illinois Wesleyan has the ground ball for the moment. Able to get it is Marley Brown. Brown on the season, 40% save percentage, 60 saves. Already 6 all-time in program history. Not able to clear it. Reese Walker gets it back for her 4th, tucking it past Brown.
Goal for Meredith, number 20, Reese Walker.
Reese Walker already with 5 points on the afternoon. She is eating the Titan defense for lunch. So back to the draw where Meredith leads 7-3. The draw, once again, won by Dean. She has been dominant today. That is her 7th draw control of the afternoon, of the quarter. Still in quarter number 1 as Paige Matthews pushes too hard on the defender. That will create a turnover and a chance for Illinois Wesleyan. Again, a village of Meredith defenders almost creates the turnover on Sophie Shore. Showing off the speed, Sadie Newton trying to pass it inside. Again, the pass not there. And it rolls into the stick of Reagan Amiot, who we haven't gotten to talk a lot about, but has been that #1 defender all season for the Avenging Angels. Hurd and Cat Couch have started every single game. Cat Couch leading in ground balls, but Reagan Amiot, 7 ground balls, 4 caused turnovers coming into today. She's been one of those stud defenders. Sure, trying to find an outlet, and she will. Annalise DiGiovanni. DiGiovanni leads the team in points and assists with 29 and 16 respectively. But once again, Meredith able to create chaos in the middle of the field and give their offense another chance, though only 5 seconds left in the first quarter, and they'll just hold this one and take it into the second with a 10-0 lead. The Meredith Avenging Angels off to a red-hot start here on Friday afternoon in Raleigh, North Carolina. We'll be back with the second quarter. (10-0) Meredith lead after the first 15. It has been Reese Walker, Bailey Swales, both with first quarter hat tricks. Logan Campbell added 2, Kenzie Todd added 1. Meanwhile, the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans held to just 1 shot and right now have not had a successful clear. Again, the rule change this year, no draw control in between quarters. So kind of limits that urgency at the end of quarters. So Meredith will start with the ball. Kenzie Todd will initiate. Gives it off to Swales and over to Romano. Again, Reese Walker already with 5 points on the day, 4 goals and an assist. Walker surveying the scene. Now flips it behind her. A little give and go. And a quick second quarter start for the Avenging Angels. Reese Walker able to sting the top right.
Meredith College goal by number 20, Reese Walker, assisted by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
Kenzie Todd with 3 of the 4 assists so far. And Reese Walker with 5 of the 11 goals. Those two are just having a day. Again, we talked about Kenzie Todd being held without a point for just the 3rd time in her career at Randolph-Macon, where the Avenging Angels lost 15-4, but she absolutely responded with 8 points and 3 assists, 4+ points in 6 out of 7 games. So held without a point in that game, but every other game she has been absolutely money. Again, held without a point for just the 3rd time in her career. The first 2 were during her freshman season, one of them being her first game ever. So ever since then, she has been a playmaker on offense. Pass inside. Logan Campbell not able to collect, but gets it back. "60 seconds on the shot clock. Walker doing a little bit of the same. This time, though, Kenzie Todd holds on to it. Ring around the rosy, ends back up with Walker. Didn't like what she saw in front of the cage, but she'll pass over to Todd, not on time. And Illinois Wesleyan's defense able to hold strong. Now for them, it's just about converting your first clear of the game. Right now, 0 of 7. Sophie Shore trying to find an outlet. And for the Titans, you just want to get into any kind of offensive rhythm, but not able to. A quick whistle and a quick turnover. Gia Purcell creates it. And now the fast break, now in the arms of Gabrielle Romano, sophomore attacker out of Lancaster, Pennsylvania. Mia Frick up top. Giving her space on the right side. And she's going to draw the foul and the free position. On the free position so far, Meredith has had 2 opportunities. This will be their 3rd. And again, this is uncharted territory for Illinois Wesleyan, who has only held their opponents to 13 free position shots through the first 8 games of the season. The bouncer will go for Mia Frick, and she gets into the box score.
Meredith College goal by number 10, Mia Frick.
Mia Frick, the junior, transferred in from Wingate. And so far this season, she's had 2 games with 4 goals, and that counts for 8 of her 12. She's also helped out a ton on the circle. 3+ draw controls in 5 of 7 games. And she's found a home here in Meredith after 2 seasons at Wingate, where she only played a total of 8 games. She's played 8 games this season for the Meredith Avenging Angels. Coming off a game with one of those 2 games with 4 goals. Also had a cause turnover and 3 draw controls. Now she'll leave her defender. Moves into the offense for Meredith. Logan Campbell cutting. Reese Walker not seeing her. Pass it up top to Kenzie Todd. Todd, the quick feet, moves to her right. Surveying. Passes it inside. Campbell will get a chance, but it bounces over the top crossbar. Reese Walker there to back her up her teammate. Walker, the pass to the other side, falling to the ground. Paige Matthews not able to get enough power behind it, but once again, Romano there to back her up. The pass off the mark, but a nice flip by Amiot to get it to Todd and keep it on that side of the field. Swales will try the right side. Gets past her defender, the rainbow pass behind the cage. Walker inside. Not able to hold on, but once again, Meredith sticking with it. 30 seconds on the shot clock. Matthews trying to find Frick, who's almost dribbling it towards the cage. Free position shot once again for Frick, who was able to convert on the last one. Frick will try again, the right side, able to slot it past Brown.
Meredith College goal by number 10, Mia Frick.
So back-to-back goals for number 10. And she is now the 4th Avenging Angel with 2 or more goals. Every Avenging Angel with a point has 2 or more. All 5 of them. It has been a balanced attack, a conglomerate for the Meredith Avenging Angels at home. Right now a 13-0 lead. 8 minutes left in the second quarter. Right now the Angels doing everything that head coach Lauren Scott could have asked for. And Madison Dean has been an animal in the center. Going quick, Todd to Walker, tries the BTB. Still Marley Brown between the pipes for the Titans. Romano faces pressure from the defense, gets it over to Swales. Pass down low, now up high for Campbell. Campbell, the pump fake, goes to the right, flips it back to the other side. And now the shovel shot will go for the Avenging Angels.
Meredith College goal by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
Todd gets her second, 5th point of the day. Just left all alone, able to cut up from behind the cage and shovel it in. (14-0). Meredith leads. This offense has taken 32 shots in the first half. For comparison's sake, that's how many they average in a game, and they've got that through a quarter and a half. 18 shots on goal, 4 free position shots. They've been almost perfect on the clear, 5 of 6, and leading in the draw controls 11-3. Here's number 12, Mia Frick picking it up. Lauren Scott assisted by Lauren Turner and Carly Joseph, 2 former players. Lauren Turner, one of the best to ever do it for Meredith, a 2-time USA South first-team all-conference member, 3-time all-tournament. 80 points as a senior, over 250 in her career from the midfield. That's good for top 10 all-time in program history. Good to have someone like that conducting your offense on the sideline. Of course, Lauren Scott, a 3-time all-conference selection at Western Connecticut. And another score. A delayed penalty and no need for the Avenging Angels, who had goal number 15 on the afternoon.
Meredith College goal by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
And back-to-back goals for Kenzie Todd. So 3 points and 3 assists. And we'll have a timeout called on the field. 5 minutes left to go. Meredith leads 15-0 here in Raleigh. It has been all Meredith so far. 15-0, the Avenging Angels lead the visiting Illinois Wesleyan Titans. The Titans are led by Abby Kashina in her second season. Career record of 11-14, 3-2 in conference, the Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin. And despite being a young program, they've already picked up 3 Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin tournament titles, 9 appearances, 4 NCAA tournament appearances, a couple wins as well. Not talked about as much in the lacrosse scene as the Midwest, but growing just as much as the West Coast. And again, the Titans will wrap up their spring break trip here in Raleigh. Now moving across, trying to find goal number 1. Maddie Gibson able to plug one past Posehn.
That's a Titans goal by number 3, Maddie Gibson.
Maddie Gibson, her 9th goal of the season, 19th point, 32nd goal of her career. The sophomore attacker out of Fenton, Missouri. Last year was second team all CCIW, was second on the team in assists, tied for second in points, earned the team's most valuable attacker award. So Illinois Wesleyan able to find the back of the net with 3:54 left to go in the second quarter. And it's Maddie Gibson that gets the party started for the Titans. Just their second shot of the game. Both have been on goal. And again, here come the Titans. And here comes Maddie Gibson. Leaves one defender behind her, but Bailey Swales able to find her. Now wide open is D. Giovanni, who cuts to the middle and puts it right into the stick of Posehn. A good opportunity for the Titans, but Posehn able to pick up her second save of the afternoon. But good back-to-back offensive tries from the Titans. Exactly what you want to see out of the timeout. And now a big hit on the far side. It is Bevan Anali that takes the tumble. Whistle will come, and it'll be a restart for Meredith. Not only that, it'll be a card. So now both teams with a card. It was a yellow card on Anna Bergamini for the Avenging Angels, and then a green card on Sadie Newton. So all even, each with one player in the box. Walker slowly walks her way back to the side, now flips it to Campbell. Campbell with 2 goals already, sends it back to Walker, who's had a day, 6 points. Walker and Campbell giving it back and forth. Now they'll try the right side, back up to the middle for Walker. Walker flips it to the left, trying to find a cutter, no good. Illinois Wesleyan comes up with it for a second, but quickly recovered by the Avenging Angels. The Avenging Angels running a little bit of an invert with Romano and Walker dissecting from the top. Walker trying to find Swales, and that one's plucked away. But before that can happen, looks like a shooting space called. Tough break for the Titans. Gives the Avenging Angels another free position chance, their 5th one. Reese Walker on the free position and bodied by Marley Brown. The stoppage, it will stick with the Titans. The long ball from Brown not on target. And it will remain on this side of the field with the Avenging Angels. Marley Brown on the day. 8 saves. Heck of a day for her, despite what the box score might say. The quick passing, the precision, and Gabrielle Romano with her second goal of the season. Back-to-back games with a goal for the sophomore attacker.
Meredith College goal by number 17, Gabby Romano. Assisted by number 6, Lily Westbrook.
Now some great passing from Meredith. The assist will go to Lily Westbrook, the hometown freshman midfielder from Raleigh. Graduated from Leesville Road High School, less than 10 miles away. Holds the school record for assists and now picks up assist number 4 of her Meredith career. Another draw control win for the Angels. For the most part, the offense has been pretty calm, cool, and collected. Another pass. Romano goes back to back. And the buzzer will sound. That will be the end of the first half. And Gabrielle Romano with the exclamation point. And once again, it is Westbrook and Romano connecting. So back-to-back for those two. Romano came into today with just 2 shots on the season. But she's got back-to-back goals to end the first half. We'll head to the break and come back with more action here at Meredith Athletic Track and Field. Welcome back to Meredith Athletic Track and Field Stadium. Chase Strasser with you for the second half between Meredith and the visiting Illinois Wesleyan University Titans. Looking at the first half stats, it was all Meredith. Illinois Wesleyan, though, able to get on the scoreboard towards the end of the quarter. Right now, Meredith, of course, leading in shots 36-3. And the Avenging Angels average about 32 a game, so already above that threshold. 13-3 in ground balls, clears. Illinois Wesleyan able to get their first successful clear, 1 of 8 in that regard, and then 6 of 7 for Meredith on the other end. In draw controls, it has been mostly Meredith, but then right there, the draw control violation gives Illinois Wesleyan a possession. And you'd have to think during halftime, the talk has been about slowing things down on offense, but certainly Meredith going to keep up the pressure on that end. Because just as much as your offense has gotten a rest, Meredith's defense has as well. Passing it off is Ripey. Down to Maddie Gibson, who so far has the lone goal on the day for the Titans. The Titans moving it behind the cage, now up to goal line extended. With Newton. Newton, the pass inside, through the stick of Casey Fishman and into the arms of Delaney Posehn. Posehn so far, 1 save, 1 goal allowed. On the other end, it was Marley Brown in the first half, who will finish with 8 saves. But they made a switch at goalie. It's now Allison Vervinick in her 7th game played, so those two have split times. It's been largely Marley Brown with about 330-ish minutes. Paige Matthews cutting inside. Will fire and pick up the first goal of the second half. Paige Matthews calling her own number. Graduated from Hunt High School out of Wilson, North Carolina. The first girl from her high school and county to play lacrosse at the collegiate level. So what an accomplishment for her. Picking up her third career goal as an Avenging Angel. Back to the draw where right now Meredith leading in that regard, 13-6. And despite the score of their last game, one of the bright points for Illinois Wesleyan was that they led in the draw control 13-9. But Madison Dean has been dominant. Walker flips it to Todd. Those two, of course, as always, having fantastic days on offense. Moving it around up top. Working around the outside, trying to find an opening. Now the cut, Todd to Walker, but stopped by the Titans. Now they'll try the right alley. Mia Frick doesn't see an opening. Todd, pass up top. The bouncer no good from Logan Campbell, trying to find her third. But once again, this is what Meredith has been so good at today. Second chance opportunities. They've just been collecting rebounds. That one picked apart from the goaltender for Vinnick. But the clear no good. And Meredith's going to get it back. 4 minutes in. The pass, no one really there, but Reagan Amiot able to pick it up. Amiot, mostly a defender, getting some minutes here on the offensive end in the midfield. Todd switching from right to left, back to her right. Now the cutter up the middle. Reagan, Amy, we were just talking about her. First point of the season and just the third goal of her career.
Meredith called a goal by number 1, Reagan Amiot. Assisted by number 2, Kenzie Todd.
Amy, just the first shot of the season for her. Graduated from Topsail High School, the sophomore defender. Showing off the cutting ability on offense. Giving a good target for Kenzie Todd, who gets assist number 4. Now a 7-point day for number 2. Meredith was able to score 10 goals in the first quarter, 7 in the second. Overall this season, the first half has been where they've dominated, outscoring opponents 67-23 in the first half, and after this game, that number will only rise. But in comparison, they're actually being outscored in the second half, 42-37. They've allowed 27 fourth quarter goals compared to 23 in the whole first half combined. And there we've reached the 20-point mark. Lily Westbrook, the freshman midfielder, gained her first goal of the day, had 2 assists to close the first half. So a 3-point day for her. And also the freshman reaching a career high in assists with 2. Again, Westbrook graduated from Leesville Road High School, just less than 10 miles away. So many schools, both high school, middle school, even college, packed into this tight Raleigh area. Of course, Meredith on the same road as NC State. But their next opponent, William Peace, it'll be less than a 4-mile drive. So a road game, but stretching the definition. Romano gives it back to Walker. Walker up top to Nanali and down low to Frick. So seeing some different faces on offense with the big lead for the Avenging Angels. Here comes Nanali, a delayed penalty, and here it'll come. So it'll be a free position opportunity for Nanali, freshman defender. If she decides to take it, it'll be just a third shot of her young career. Bevan Nanali looking for goal number 2 of her career. Nanali will throw it right into the stick of Ervinick. Good save for her, holding off Nanali on the free position. That's the 6th free position opportunity of the day for the Avenging Angels, and we talked about this in the first half, that Illinois Wesleyan has held their opponents to just 13 total through the first 8 games, 9-13 overall, but already 6 on the day for Meredith. Frick will try the right alley, the hammer down that side, and Mia Frick able to add to her total. She now has a hat trick. And before we can get restarted, Meredith will take a 20-point lead into the first time out of the second half. 5:58 left to go in the third quarter. We'll head to a little bit of a break and be back with you for the final 20 or so minutes. Back to the draw with 6 minutes left to go. Timeout was taken by Illinois Wesleyan off the third goal of the day for Mia Frick. Frick now fighting for it on the draw. Dean trying to scrape at it, and Frick will come up with the draw control win. That is her fourth draw control of the day. So now the 6th game of the season with 3 or more draw controls for the junior transfer out of Wilmington, North Carolina. And this Meredith offense has got to try out just about everything. Seen a couple ISO plays, some good passes. Getting to get settled into their offense and learn in this non-conference matchup before the heat of conference play. Of course, looking to continue their dominance in the USA South. 11 straight NCAA tournament appearances for the Avenging Angels, trying to make it 12, as well as 12 consecutive USA South tournament titles. Todd to Walker, back to Todd, the BTB, whipping it in and pass for Vinnick.
Meredith College goal by number 2, Kenzie Todd, assisted by 20, Reese Walker.
It is a 4 for 4 for Kenzie Todd. 4 goals, 4 assists. And again, after being held without a point for just the 3rd time in her career, she now has back-to-back 8-point outings. 13 shots on the day for Kenzie Todd as well. Not to mention 2 ground balls along with 2 caused turnovers for number 2. Illinois Wesleyan's been able to answer on the draw a little bit after a tough first quarter. Not there, though. Bailey Swales coming out of the scrum with it. Walker will initiate for Mex. Back up to the top of the key for Swales. over to Rundgren. So a couple defenders getting their chance on offense with a 21-point lead. Makes its way back to Walker. 3 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Meredith, a season high in terms of points scored as a team, is 24 in the season opener against Greensboro College. Certainly on pace to crush that here today. Ariana Rundgren will dodge down the right side. Now the spin move has two defenders in front of her. Flips it down to Westbrook, who gives it up to Walker. But there's a foul in the arc, which will open up a free position opportunity for Reese Walker. So a foul in between the 8-meter arc. Walker will line up and back it out. Under 20 on the shot clock. She sees some wide open space. Campbell, though, stunted by Vervinick. That will give a shot clock reset, though, as Meredith will keep with it. Again, off the shot, the clock resets to 60. Now down to 45. Minute and a half left to go in the third. Westbrook on the wing. Walker finds a cutter. Able to get it back. The BTB drive from Paige Matthews off the mark. Walker, she'll find another cutter this time. Bailey Swales again denied. Vervinick with a good play, but the pass not there. A whistle on the ground ball, and trying to get the quick restart is Sadie Newton. Passes it to the middle. Sarah Ripey with a defender right behind her. Ripey able to get into the offensive third. Illinois Wesleyan moving quickly. Slicing through is DiGiovanni, but she loses it. Sticks with the Titans. Maddie Gibson there to back her up. DiGiovanni will try the dodge. Moving to the center. She's got 4 defenders surrounding her. And it'll end up in a turnover picked up by Bergamini. So the few times that Meredith's defense has been tested, they've held strong. And they will take the possession into the fourth quarter, along with a 22-1 lead. Heck of a day from the Avenging Angels offense, led by Kenzie Todd with 8 points, Reese Walker with 7. We'll head to the fourth quarter. 15 minutes left to go in this one. Meredith will retain possession coming out of the break. 15 minutes left to go. Meredith leading 22-1. That's good for the second most goals of the season. And still 15 minutes, of course, left to be played. But back-to-back 20-goal games for the Avenging Angels. This offense is red hot. They've already scored 126 goals through 7 3/4. And today it has been a multitude, a council of scores for the Avenging Angels. 9 different goal scorers. Each of those players, or 7 of the 9 with 2 or more points. Couple players reaching new career highs. It's a great day to be an Avenging Angel. Walker slicing through. Didn't see an opportunity. She'll keep it and go around the bend. Tries to send it up to Frick. Not able to hold on to it, but eventually picks it up. So for Reese Walker, back-to-back games with 5 goals. Kenzie Todd, back-to-back 8-point outings. Not able to get past Vervinnik on that opportunity. In terms of the upcoming schedule, we talked about tomorrow, not much of a road game, less than 4 miles on the way to William Peace for a 1 o'clock start. And then the Avenging Angels will return home on the 25th to take on North Carolina Wesleyan. Getting back into USA South play with William Peace and NC Wesleyan. March 25th, also Childhood Cancer Awareness Day for the Avenging Angels. Reese Walker, notably a childhood cancer survivor. So she's leading the charge on that one. Be excited to talk to her and hear her story. Here she comes, Reese Walker, trying to find goal number 6, and she cashes in.
Meredith goal number 20, Reese Walker.
Reese Walker with 8 points on 6 goals, 2 assists. Kenzie Todd with 8 points as well on 4 goals and 4 assists. Reese Walker, when you list off the accolades, it is endless. Last year, the Division III statistical leader in assists per game with 4.45, but this year she has been much more of a goal scorer. She's now up to 30 goals on the season with 18 assists. 1 more point and she'll be at the 50 mark in just 8 games played. 3-time first-team all-conference program, all-time leader in points. USA South Rookie of the Year and back-to-back Offensive Player of the Year, trying to make it 3 in a row. A Hall of Fame career for number 20, the senior, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And here comes the first free position opportunity. It'll be Sarah Reap, the senior. The shot off the mark, too high, and into the soccer goal, but chased by the Titans. So they'll keep possession. Moving around the bend is DiGiovanni. DiGiovanni trying to find an outlet, well covered by the Meredith defense. DiGiovanni trying to call her own number, but even better defense by Bergamini. Now down the left side, bouncer over the top. Gotten back by Lily Keaton. Keaton falling to the ground. Met with pressure. Now the sophomore attacker will get a chance. 14 points, all goals on the season. Taking on a much bigger offensive load in her sophomore campaign. Keaton calls her own number off the stick of Posehn. And the ground ball picked up by Amiot. Reagan sends it over to Delaney. And the freshman hasn't had a ton of opportunities today to show off the skills, but you can see the improvement game to game for the freshman goalkeeper out of Holly Springs, North Carolina. Graduated from Cardinal Gibbons, a 3-time state champion. Meredith's offense so far, 1 goal in the 4th quarter. Trying to match a season high in goals scored. Tied. All right, 8 points on the day, the 4 for 4. And you can see that Meredith still working their offense even with a lead. Trying to find good shots. Swales just too far off the mark. Now Campbell inside. Off the right side. Vervinick with a great save. Though not able to successfully initiate the clear. Walker to Amiot. Slides it in. A career high in goals with 2 on the day. Amiot coming into today, she had 2 career goals. Now she's got 2 more. Also shooting 100% shots on goal. Maybe the defender deserves a little more time on offense. That shot certainly took some skill being able to slide it past Vervinick. Amiot also owns over 250 snow globes, and I'd like to consider myself a connoisseur of snow globes, but I don't have nearly that many. I don't even know where you store all those. But collecting snow globes on the side, and today she's collecting goals, collecting career highs, is the sophomore defender out of Hampstead, North Carolina. Illinois Wesleyan has been able to control the draw a little bit better in the second half, but still the offense has been stonewalled by this Meredith defense. Here they come charging in, but a brick wall in the way, in Delaney Posehn. One-on-one with the keeper, going against D. Giovanni and able to stand on her heels. Now showing off the speed on the other end is Logan Campbell. Bring it into the offensive third. Now the long pass, Ariana Rundgren was all alone in the middle, but the pass not on target. But on the other side is Gia Purcell. Freshman, again out of Hampstead, North Carolina, graduated from Topsail High School, played with teammate Reagan Amiot. Purcell also claiming that she's the funniest on the team. So Meredith's offense getting back into the groove, have now tied the season high with 24 goals scored, has been from the sticks of a variety of players. The circulation of goals has been A1 today for the Avenging Angels. And this offense just hypothesizing new ways to score. And the shot clock violation, so Illinois Wesleyan's defense able to hold true and cause just the third shot clock violation of the season for the Meredith offense. It's been a tough 4-game stretch for the Titans. It'll now be a 4-game losing streak where they've only scored just 12 goals over that stretch. Trying to find something positive in the final 5 minutes. Meredith with a 23-goal lead, 24-1. Just under 5 minutes left to go here in Raleigh. Welcome back for the final 5 minutes between Meredith and Illinois Wesleyan. Illinois Wesleyan, after this one, will head back to the Midwest, taking on Chicago on the 25th, a night game, before returning home to take on Hanover, their final non-conference game before the final 5 games of the season are all in CCIW play. That game on the 29th will be their first home game since March 10th. And they'll be searching for their first win since March 4th. Breekeiser not able to stick with it. Kenzie Todd with the ground ball. Slides it over to Paige Matthews. Working behind the cage. 60 seconds left on the shot clock. 4:15 left on the game clock. Romano over to Nanali. Just working it around. Still trying to find the best shot available. .30 seconds on the shot clock. Meredith still just passing it around. Now here comes the flip to Walker, the pump fake. 20-2. Those two have been amazing today. Walker with 5 seconds left. And Meredith will likely sit this possession out. So the Titan defense able to hold strong for the second time of the quarter. And again, this Meredith offense is going to be very tough to stop in conference play. Picked number 1 in the preseason poll. Last year had 10 members on the all-conference team. It's pretty much the whole team. The whole all-conference team. 9 members on the all-tournament team. Just a historic run for the Avenging Angels and looking to continue it as they enter conference play. Already 1-0 with the season opening win over Greensboro College. A program record 18 wins last season, so still finding ways to make history. Halfway through the shot clock, 45. A minute 45 left on the game clock. 2 8-point scores today for the Avenging Angels and Reese Walker and Kenzie Todd. But it has been a plethora of scores today. And you can tell that this team took those back-to-back losses to heart. A tough loss against Rhodes, where it was a 1-goal game going into the fourth quarter and just felt like the wheels came off. Another shot clock violation as Meredith is willing to just let this one rest. But then after that, a rough go at Randolph-Macon, only scoring 4, losing that one 15-4, but they responded mightily at Marymount, 20-8 win, and today is looking like a dominant, all-maroon. Kenzie Todd fires one more off, and it goes straight to the stick of Vervinick. The closing seconds of this one, and it'll be a storybook game for the Meredith Avenging Angels as the buzzer will sound here in Raleigh. What a performance by every single unit, from the offense to the defense to the draw control to the goalie play as well. Meredith takes this one 24-1 over Illinois Wesleyan. The Titans will move to 3-6 on the season, while Meredith will get to 6-2 as they return to conference play on the road tomorrow, not too far away at William Peace, before returning home on March 25th at 5 p.m. to take on NC Wesleyan, and also to bring awareness to childhood cancer. In terms of the leaders on the day for the Avenging Angels, it was Kenzie Todd with 4 goals, 4 assists. Reese Walker with 6 goals, 2 assists. But other goal scorers for the Avenging Angels, Gabrielle Romano with 2, Mia Frick with 3, Logan Campbell with 2, Lily Westbrook with a goal and 2 assists, a career high for her. Bailey Swills with 3 goals, Paige Matthews with 1, and the defender Reagan Amiot to round us out with a career-high 2 goals, doubling her career total. Overall, just pure dominance. Meredith, a 51-7 advantage in shots, a 17-9 advantage in the draw control circle, led by Madison Dean, who had 9 of those 17. Beautiful weather in Raleigh and a beautiful box score for the Meredith Avenging Angels, who now are on a 2-game win streak as they return to conference play. Thanks for sticking with us. I've been Chase Strasser. We'll see you on March 25th as the Avenging Angels welcome NC Wesleyan.